Hey guys, so I'm going to be showing you how to do a sticker design. You can do these as print to cut. I'm going to be doing them as write to cut, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. The design I'm using includes this cute little ghost, a square, and a haunted house. So let me show you. First things first is you're going to take your design. This is the little ghost I want. But if I cut him, he's going to cut out as the black line and the two eyes. I don't want that. I want a solid ghost. So on hide contour, you're going to, on the image below, select the outline portion to turn cut off and on. I don't want his eyes, and I don't want this big outline. I just want his center cut. So I'm going to go ahead and click the X, and that's my little ghost right here. Okay, so that's what I did first. Then, now we're going to zoom in so I can see my actual, I really like to be able to see my whole screen normally to start. Where did my stuff go? There we go. So then I took an image, or I took over here under shapes, and I clicked the square. And then when you do that, this little lock up here under size is going to be locked. Click it and then change your size to 8.25 by 11. That way you get the size of your sheet. Then I took and I placed my ghosts. I just copy and pasted until I got as many as I could on the screen. So we have 9 ghosts. Then what I did was I added text. The text box wrote what I wanted, changed it to the font I wanted, which was the haunted house font. And I placed them exactly, where'd they go? Exactly where I wanted them on my ghosts. So it was like about here, roughly around that area. Then I united them. So you're going to highlight all of them, hit combine, and then hit unite. And that makes them all into the same box because you want everything to be in this shape, because you want it to go exactly on your paper where you want it to go. Okay. Now I don't need all of these names anymore. 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I needed 8 for Aiden. So I did do a print write just to make sure that my marker was set in the right spot because I'm not using a Cricut marker. So I have 8, 9, 10, 11. He has 11 kids in his class. Aiden has 8. So I'm going to need to do one more after this because that's 6, 7. Technically, he would be the 8th child, but I don't like, I want him to get candy. I don't want him to feel left out just from one item. Oh, why did it do that? Actually, you know what? We're going to go back because I don't want it to do that. Go back. Undo. Okay, so I'm going to hide this. I'm going to hide my little those things. I don't want them right now, and I'm going to hide my little square. I'm going to hit combine, and I'm going to hit undo unite because I don't really want these to move. And I'm just going to copy. That's why it moved up. There we go. Sometimes Cricut does funny things, and you just kind of have to play with it. Make sure everything's where you want it. Oops, it's too many. Okay, so now that those are all written out, I'm going to highlight them all. Make sure over here that every single one is done. Perfect. Combine, unite, and I'm back to all one square. My thing lags a little bit sometimes. Now I'm going to go back to my little ghosties and see things kind of shifted. So I'm going to put them back where they are, make sure everything looks good. I want these over a little bit more, so I'm going to undo unite. Give it a second. And I'm just using my keypad to move them over. That way I don't accidentally move them up. Because I have a tendency to move a little crazy sometimes. All right, go back and hide you so I can just select all of you. Combine, unite. Okay. Now the things I only want to work with right now are the words and then my cuts. So I'm gonna now hit make it. And you can see they have it all together here. They have it all together here. I don't have to mirror anything because I'm not using HTV. But you can see it's not technically in the same spot. So these guys aren't going to move. These guys are exactly how they're going to cut onto that 8.5 by 11 sheet. I wanted my names right about here. So that's a little bit above 3 inches. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to move my names down to about, let's see if that works. Yep, looks good to me. So I'm going to move those down because this is where I want them to go on my sheet. And you can even kind of just like this bottom one right here is right around 9, right around 9. Perfect. That's exactly where I want it to go. So this is set to pen, you can see, because it knows it's going to be writing. So I'm going to hit continue. And while it's loading, I'm going to go ahead and tape my blank piece of paper. Always check and make sure that you've got the front side. You can definitely tell by touching it that this is the back. I have to tape all of my papers down, everything down, because my mats are no longer sticky, and I actually don't like them sticky with regular vinyl. I don't know why. I can't remember why. I just remember that I don't like it. I haven't tried it in a while. Especially HTV. I think it would peel up or something, if I remember correctly. No, that doesn't feel right. I don't know. Anyway, I don't remember why I didn't like it. Maybe I'll try it again one day. So I'm going to go ahead and load it. I have my base material set to paper. And let's see if I can turn you guys. And I can't remember if I said this already. I have more room to work on my floor than on my desk with my Cricut and my laptop because of my sublimation printer and my heat press. So I work on the floor if I'm working on with my Cricut. So I have my Sharpie and I kind of rigged it up with some construction paper not construction paper, cardstock to make it fit. I used parchment paper that I used with sublimation. I had some left over. And I just kind of used that to make sure it was in a good spot for writing, which it was. It did leave a little bit of a mark up here, but I'm hoping the cut is around that. If not, I'm going to cut out one more extra of these since I do have to do another 8 in. But we're going to do that in a minute because I don't want all of those cuts. So you can see it writing. I'm going to go ahead and try to do like a speed shot so you don't have to sit here and watch this whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and release it. As you can see, it did, again, leave just a little bit of, like, some leftovers at the top, but that's okay. It should cut out around that. It looks like it's in the spot that Cricut normally reserves for themselves. Now, my base paper material went back, or, I'm sorry, not my base paper material. My Cricut went back automatically to basic cut. But I wanted to go back to writing because I do need one more 8 in. And I'm going to go ahead and cut out I'm going to go ahead and write all of this again just to be safe in case I ruin any of them, they don't go on correctly, whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and do that again. I'm not going to film it because obviously you've already seen it. And the next thing you're going to see is me cutting it out. Okay, so I just cut out my third one. And I'm going to now add my blade back in. I just wanted to show you guys how I just rigged this up. And just keep this in my Cricut little box. Like, it comes with one for for their markers, but their markers are kind of pricey. So I just used, let me check my blade, make sure it's clean. Yeah, okay. Ooh, sorry, Cricut. I just use a Sharpie that I already had laying around. Maybe one day I'll actually have like real Cricut markers. I don't know. Anyway, so I still have it loaded to paper. I think that's right. I hope that's right. Okay, so now I'm going to hit cut and we're going to see what happens together. I'm nervous. Nope. Nope. It didn't work. Oh, I'm so glad I did this. All right, stop. Okay, I'm so glad I printed out a third one because guess what we didn't do? No, that's wrong too. Oh no. I didn't go sideways. I did down enough. I didn't go over enough. Darn it. Let's try all of this again. I also wanted to see how these peel. They peel horribly. Look at that. What the heck? Maybe I need to do paper plus to get it to cut through the back, and maybe that would. This is really thin too. Use this as labels. Don't use this as like a sticker. Because this is bad. I don't like this. All right, in the words of the priest from Corpse Bride, let's try it again. So I need to be over past the 1. Actually, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to show you something that's kind of cool. We're going to move object. We're going to move it over to here, and let's see if this works. All right. Oh, I couldn't do that. Ha, 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 ha. Look how cool. I didn't think about that. I didn't think it would work like this, but it is. Okay. So, newsflash, everybody. So, move it to your other mat. Ha! I love doing things trial and error with you guys. I like to show you all of the sides of crafting because not everything's perfect. Not everything is video perfect. Anyway, go up just a smidge. Anyway, so you can center it like this and it says pen and basic. So let's go ahead. Oh, now I got to retest my pen. Maybe I should just cut them out first. No, I feel like that's going to slide everywhere. Oh, because it was my paper that always got stuck to my mats. I always had trouble with that. That's why I didn't like it. Okay, anyway, I'm going to retest my pen. I'm going to get this back figured out, and then we're going to come back to this. Uno momento, por favor. Okay, got my thing done. It says base material set to paper. We're going to go ahead and go. All right, so it's drawing like it's supposed to. I already showed you that earlier in the video, so I'm not going to reshoot that. I will give you guys that courtesy of not making this video 800 minutes long. But yeah, next time we come back, I'll be cutting. So, uno momento again. Okay, so I went ahead and just cut the first one out while I had it loaded. I used light cardstock to try to get it to cut all the way out, so I could test and see if the sticker comes off a little bit easier that way. I might just bump it up to light cardstock plus because it didn't really, it cut through, but like it's kind of hard to get out. I just want to test and see how easily this peels now. I'm having a hard time. Okay, that's cute. Okay, that was a little bit easier. So let me go ahead and show you that they did cut. Like I said, I might do cardstock plus. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's kind of popping out. Okay. No. All right. So I have it set just to light cardstock. I have them all written out and they're in their little spots. So I'm going to tape it back down, place it, if you can see. Sorry. All right. So now it's back on my mat. Ooh, that's not straight. So this is a time where you really need to be very precise about where you're placing. like whenever I do HTV, I always cut a little bit over what I need, like a tiny bit, just to give myself some room for error that I maybe didn't measure correctly, or I didn't place it 100%. This, you do not have that room for error. It needs to be absolutely perfect because it's cutting around what you're doing. Okay, so we're gonna load. It's on light cardstock. I'm gonna go ahead and do a speed run for you just so you can see. Okay, so I actually started trying to video that for you and realized I still had it set to right, and I used my blade, so I don't know how well that did. I did use some, like I did cut out a couple, or wrote out a couple extra, so I'm not super upset about that. So what I went ahead and did was I went back to my main screen and I hid the names, so it's just the cutting part. Since it was all on the same mat, I really couldn't just skip ahead like I normally would. So I went ahead and just did the cutting part. I even tried to like change the tool to, like, I don't know, it just didn't work out like I thought it was going to. So now that it's set to actually cut, I'm going to cut and film that for you guys. Okay, so while those were cutting out, I started just peeling off the backs and sticking them on my little Ziploc bags, just to show you it peeled off so easily once I actually cut them out, and they stick to my bag pretty well. They are absolutely adorable. Oh, look, it's stuck together. They are super cute, and that was pretty easy, and I like them a lot. That way I didn't have to write the kids' names, like, you know, from the kids on every single one. I did try to do a cute little, like, it's been spooktacular being your friend, and I couldn't get it to write well with the butcher paper. Don't know if that was a thing, but yeah. So I'm super excited about this, and I hope you guys enjoyed everything and maybe learned something and learned along with me, because I know I learned a lot while doing this video. And if you guys have any suggestions for our next project, or want to see something specific, have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'm more than happy to do more videos for you guys, especially if there's, you know, a request for something specific like HTV or the infusible ink from Cricut or anything like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please subscribe and like this video, share it with your friends, with anybody you think that would enjoy listening to me ramble. Thanks, guys. Okay, and this is the finished product. I went ahead and stuck them on the Ziploc bags, and then I filled them with each class's treat. And I'm super excited. I'm gonna go run and drop these off to school, hopefully before their little party, because I think they do some trick-or-treating and the kids get to give their little gifts. So yeah, I'm gonna go run to daycare, go drop these off, and I hope everybody has a great day.